is Tuesday, day 3. Day 3 of May Labor Day. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining. If you are watching this on the replay, thank you for watching. But yeah, happy Tuesday. I did post this in a couple of places, so we'll just give it a couple of seconds to let a few people join in for today's May Live a Day. I hope that you are all having a great start to your week, and that you're getting things done. But if you are new here, you don't know who I am. My name is Yolanda. I am the crochet designer behind My Pretty Brown Doll. I do specialize in brown dolls with natural hair inspired hairstyles. You can find out more about what I do over at myprettybrowndoll.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, all underneath My Pretty Brown Doll. Good morning, Yolanda. Thank you for joining. I do also run My Crochet Life, where I do kind of give you a behind the scenes look at what it is like to run my crochet business full time, because I am still fortunate enough to do this full time. We are live and in full action. Hey! We are live and in full action for May Labor Day. What is May Labor Day? Well, myself and some of my crafty friends have committed to going live every single day in the month of May for at least 3 minutes. And we are on day 3, folks. Day 3. There are prompts for May Labor Day, but you do not have to follow the prompts. Some people are following them, some are not. If you search the hashtag May Labor Day 2022, either here on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, you will find the people who are participating. Good morning, Angela. Thank you for joining. Last but not least, let me go ahead and do my mandatory plug for my book. I do have a book that is scheduled to be released on May 24th. May 24th. It's almost time, y'all. I know y'all been waiting and waiting and waiting. Trust me, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I cannot wait. It is almost time for the very first crochet doll book with all black crochet doll designs inside. I am so excited about this book. I cannot wait for y'all to get your hands on it. Y'all, the imagery, to see my hands, like those are my hands inside of this book, is just, I still can't believe it. I'm like, wait, are those my hands? Those are my hands. And so I'm excited for you to get your hands on it. It is currently available for pre-order everywhere that books are sold. Everywhere that books are sold, you can pre-order this book. If you haven't pre-ordered, please do. I think it's on pre-order for $20. If you have pre-ordered, which I know a lot of you have, then make sure that you are sharing it with a friend. I am so serious when I say that this book is going to be a bestseller. Like, we gonna be on somebody's bestsellers list. I'm claiming that #1 spot, but I even take top 5, top 10, but we're going for the #1 spot. So if you have not pre-ordered, go pre-order. If you have pre-ordered, please make sure that you are sharing, and share again. This is the only way that we can let publishers know that, hey, y'all can put, Yolanda's name on a cover or whoever's name on a cover, and the book will sell. The book will sell, because they will try to tell us that there is not a market for something like this, but we know otherwise. And the only way to prove it to them is with our dollars, with books sold. So again, I don't care if you crochet or not. If you ain't never picked up a crochet hook, I really don't care. Get the book. Get the book. Just set it on your coffee table. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate it. Set it on your dining room table. Somebody, give it to a friend. Call your local libraries or request it to be in your local libraries. Like, even if you don't want to spend the money, that is something that you can do for absolutely free. If you request the book, if enough people request it, your library has to get the hard copy of the book. So call up your local library and be like, hey, do y'all got My Pretty Brown Doll crochet patterns for a doll that looks like you? If they say no, be like, well, I'm requesting it. please and thank you. And then they got to order a copy because you requested. That's the library's job. They have to order a copy. So that's my mandatory plug. Let's get into May Live a Day for day 3. Thank you. Listen. They don't listen. Ma'am, they can be. You just don't want them to be. But that's okay. I still appreciate you getting a copy of the book. So May Live Day 2022 is today's prompt is Tip Tuesday. Tip Tuesday. And so for today's Tip Tuesday, I do want to talk about a topic. Again, it's a topic that I've talked about before, but y'all know me. I'm in the habit of, kind of talking about the same thing over and over and over again until like it is like ingrained into your brain. And like, you're like, okay, I get it, Yolanda, and I'm going to do it. So let's talk about planning content, how you use the content. But most importantly, what I want to talk about is repurposing content. Because I think for a lot of us, if you do have a creative business, whether you're doing it full time as a side hustle, even if it's just a hobby, if you are on social media like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, Twitter, sometimes you may not post because you're just like, I really don't have any new content. Like, I don't have anything new to post. And I'm speaking from experience, especially when you're in the business of handmade. It can be, well, it takes time for me to make my product. So I can't really post anything until something's actually made. And then it's just kind of like, and if I've already made it, like how many times can I post it? And so it becomes, so what do I post? Or what kind of content do I put out? Because it kind of feels like until something's actually created, then I don't have any content. And so one of the things that I will say to you is, and I know it's hard, trust me, I struggle with this myself, is the planning part of planning out your content. That is hard, but it is necessary. It's hard, but it is necessary. And you will hear people say this all the time. Oh, you need to take the time to plan your content. You need to take the time to plan your content. Well, what does that actually mean? What does planning your content mean? The first thing you want to decide when you are thinking about posting content, and this is more on the business side rather than like if you're doing it for a hobby. Because as a hobby, you can kind of just post when you want, how you want, and whoever likes it, likes it. But if you're thinking about like doing it as a business, or you already do it as a business, when you're thinking about planning your content, the first thing you should think about is, what do I want people to do with the content that I'm about to put out? And there are a few things that you should be wanting people to do. So is your content meant to gain you new followers? Like, are you putting out content and you're like, well, I want them to click on this, and when they click on this, I want them to follow me after they see this content? Is your content meant to make them want to buy whatever it is you're putting out? So then the question is, when I post this content, I want people to click this link and I want them to make a purchase. Or is your content meant as informational? I want people to receive this content and I want them to take action, whether it's clicking a link and reading a blog post, or going to do something that I asked them to do with the content, or sign up for my email list. Like, what is the purpose of putting out the content? Because if you're just posting for the sake of posting, then most likely what is going to happen is you're not going to post. Because you don't know what you're posting for. You're just like, well, how about we just don't post nothing? Because I don't know what I'm posting for. Like, what is the purpose of doing this? And so that's the first thing that I have to decide is, what is the purpose of the content? Or what action do I want the person who sees this content, what do I want them to do? Once you decide that, then you can decide, okay, so what is the content going to be? Is it going to be a still photo? Is it going to be a video? Now we got reels. So is it going to be a short video? Is it going to be a long video? Like, so what kind of content are we actually going to put out? And then where are we getting that content from? And I think this is where people kind of like, they get over it. Because I know this is the part where I sometimes get stuck, because it's just like, oh my gosh, what? If I am going to do a still photo, but what photo is it going to be? If I am going to do a video, then that means that I got to get made up and actually record a video. If I am going to do a reel, then that means that I got to grab content from here, 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 and actually make a reel to like put it together and post it. So it becomes, when are we going to get all this content? And then this is my favorite thing to do. This is where repurposing content becomes really, really important. Because if you are struggling with coming up with content, if you are struggling with taking pictures, making videos, doing all those things, this is where you got to go back and grab some of your old content and kind of remix it to make new content. And so here's the awesome thing. If you're participating in May Live a Day, right now, you are producing content that can be used over and over and over again in different ways. So you're doing your live video, right? Here's one of the things that you can do. One of the things that you should be doing, make sure that before the live video is like saved or put out into the world, that you have downloaded a copy of that live video for your own use. Like, because I know on Facebook and some other places, like once you post it, I think Facebook and Instagram, you don't have access to it as far as being able to download it anymore. So make sure that you saved the content. Now, if you forgot to save it, one of the things that you can do is go back and screen record. I use screen record on my iPhone and iPad all the time if I forget to save content. The reason I do this is because I can now take snippets of that content or clips of this live video and I can post it somewhere else. So for example, day one of May Live a Day, I had to do day one with my son in the video. I had put him in his playpen. He didn't want to stay in his playpen. I took that little clip of me taking my son out of the playpen and I turned that into 2 different reels. So I had a reel for My Pretty Brown Doll and I had a reel for My Crochet Life. The reel on My Crochet Life became my post for that day and it guided people to go to the YouTube channel to watch the full video. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't make a whole new, like we didn't sit here and record a whole new video. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I got to record a new video so that so that y'all can see me taking my son out and I can have this reel. No, I simply took a screen record of me taking him out of the crib, took the voice off of it, added some music, bam, we got a reel, let's go. That is me repurposing the content that I already have. Another thing that I will do, if I am making a doll, if you are familiar with doll making, well, I don't know about you, but I cannot make a full doll in a day. So whatever part of the doll that I'm working on, I might set up my phone or my iPad and I might put it on time lapse. And I might record a time lapse of me doing a certain part of the doll. You might see that time lapse that day. But then when the doll is finished, I can now go back and grab all little snippets from all the different time lapses that I had from creating the doll. And now I can show a whole doll being made from beginning to end. So if you go to my My Pretty Brown Doll Instagram, like the doll with the purple curls, there's a reel of the doll head, me making the curls, me just crocheting, her with her glasses on, and then her fully finished. Those videos, that was not a one-day video. Honey, that doll took me months to make. So I went back and grabbed snippets of the video from 2 months ago to current, put them all together, and again, now I have new content to post. But it's not something that was posted in real time or not something that was done in real time. Because I think a lot of us get stuck on, oh, I need to be doing it right now in order to be able to post it. And that's not true. When I say repurpose content, you can even take content that you have already put out. So again, you go to My Pretty Brown Doll. I think one of my posts asked about which HBCU doll did people want to see me do next. And the picture for that post is my Hampton U dolls that I made, I believe, about 3 or 4 years ago now. And that post although those dolls were made 3 or 4 years, you can go to the post right now and people are asking, hey, how can I get this? Oh my gosh, I want that doll. Y'all have to remember that, one, a lot of times people don't even see what you post anyway because of how the algorithm works. A lot of your followers do not see your post when you initially post it. So you reposting the same image is not like, oh my gosh, well, they've seen this already, so I can't post it. Trust me, they probably ain't seen it. They probably have not seen it yet. And so you reposting it is not like this thing where everybody's going to be like, oh, she keep reposting the same thing over and over and over again. I've already seen this. I usually take content and I wait probably a week or two, a month or two, sometimes 2 or 3 years, and you're going to see it again. You're going to see it again. I may change the caption. I might change how I use it, but you're most likely going to see these images and these things again, because who has time to keep recreating content in real time all the time? Now, you should definitely be creating content, but it's not a daily thing where I'm just like, okay, today's post has to be taken today, or whatever I'm going to post has to be done today. If it wasn't done today, then I can't post it. No, a lot of times what happens is we're going to go back and see posts from weeks ago, from years ago. Hey, Gigi, from weeks ago, from years ago, and we're going to reuse that content again. And like I said, one of the easiest things to do is to reuse that content with a different caption or a different hashtag. And now that we have Reels available and exactly, Angela. Now that we have Reels available and TikTok available, now this is content that definitely can be reposted, because it is now reposted in a different way, and in a way that Instagram and TikTok and these places are pushing this type of content. Like they are pushing these short video clips. And so, yeah, you should be going back, grabbing old content and making Reels. You should be taking here's the other part of this. You can even take your videos, take the voice out of them, like, so delete the voice, and then do a voiceover. Like, you can literally do a voiceover for those videos so that they're new, so that that's now new content, so that it's new content. And so I don't want you guys to get stuck on, oh my gosh, what am I going to post? What am I going to post? What am I going to post? When you already have it there available to you. You just have to decide, how do I want to use this information? What do I want people to do with the information that I'm using? And then post it in that way. So again, for example, when I posted the Hampton U dolls, my goal for that post was to get engagement. I wanted people to comment. I wanted people to engage in that post. One of the reasons that I did that is because I have not been posting on a regular basis. And so that Instagram would make my post relevant and so that they would show it to more people, I needed people to engage in the post. So I created a post with old content, because again, those dolls are like 3 to 4 years old, but asking a question that would get people engaged, that would get people to say, hey, I want to see this HBCU, or I want to see this HBCU, or have you done a doll that looks like this yet? And so that was the purpose of the post. And I knew that before I even posted it. I knew that the purpose of me posting this is that I want people to engage in this post. When I want people to click and go buy something, guess what I say? I want y'all to go buy this. Like, I think people forget that part. Like, you want people to make a purchase, but nowhere have you told people to go make a purchase. So how they know that it's even available for purchase? Like, and I see this a lot. People will put things up like, oh, look at what I made. Have y'all seen that TikTok or Reel? Look at what I made. Look at what I made. That's a great TikTok, by the way, or a great Reel. It's the sound to it is, hey, look at what I made. Look at what I made. And you can post these different images of what you made. But here's the thing. Do you want people to just look at what you made? Or do you actually want them to go buy what you made? So if I were to use that TikTok, if I were to use that sound, it would be, hey, look at what I made. Look at what I made. You can go buy what I made. There's going to be a link to purchase. This ain't funny. Boo. Look at what I made, and this is how you can go pay for it. This is how you can get what I made. You have to tell people what to do. If you want them to sign up on your email list, you have to say that. You have to be like, hey, I need y'all to go sign up on my email. Like, I think we get so afraid. Like, you have to guide people, guide them to where you want them to be. And a lot of times people will do it. A lot, like if you want new followers, guess what you have to say? Don't forget to subscribe to this video. If you haven't subscribed to this video yet, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, don't forget to subscribe and then hit the notification bell so that you're notified next time I go live. I've gained, it's what, May 3rd? I think I've gained 22 new followers since May 1st. Since we've started May Live a Day, I've gained 22 new subscribers to my YouTube channel. By doing what? Hey, don't forget to go subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Either they're going to subscribe or they not. But at least I know I asked. At least I know I asked. The only way my book going to be a bestseller is if I keep telling y'all to go buy this book. That's the only way. I can post this. If I post this and I don't tell you to go buy it, and this is a prime example of me making a mistake and actually doing that. I did a reel, and nowhere in the reel did I have the link to go and purchase this book. Everybody kept saying, where you go buy the book at? So if the reel where I was actually opening it up, now that's because I was super emotional and my mind was totally in a different place and I completely forgot. But in the reel where I got the author copies of this book, I posted that reel up. That reel has been shared thousands and thousands and thousands of times. There was no link anywhere to go tell people to go where to pre-order the book. And so people have started asking. Thankfully, people said, well, hey, where do we go to get it? Like, excuse me, I do want it, but where do we go to get it? Do you see what I'm saying? So again, I'm aware that after the fact that I made that mistake, like I said, I was super emotional, but boo, guess who won't make the mistake again? Every time she talk about this book, the link is in my bio. You can go to Amazon. You can go to Barnes and Nobles. You can go to Target, Walmart, Book Deposit. Listen, everywhere books are sold, you can currently pre-order this book. But that's the important part of this. If I keep posting it, I have to tell you what I want you to do with it. I have to let you know, hey, this is what I want you to do. So on today's Tip Tuesday, I just want to remind you that you can repurpose your content, but plan your content in a way that you know what you want the people who are engaging with your content, what you want them to do with it. Don't just be posting for the sake of saying I posted and then you're mad because you didn't get the result that you wanted. You're like, well, I post every day, but don't nobody never go buy nothing. Well, honey, all you did was post it. Nowhere did you say, go buy this. Nowhere. If you want people to share your content, did you tell them to share it? One of the people who I follow, she's really, really good at this. And well, let me say this. She's getting better at it. But she was saying, you know, hey, my sales are down, my sales are down. And then she said to herself, well, one of the things that I didn't tell y'all to do was share it. Can y'all go share this so that more people can see it? And guess what I did? I went and shared it simply because she asked. Had she not asked, I would have clicked the like button and kept on moving. I would have clicked the like and kept on scrolling. But she specifically said, hey, I need you to share this so that more people can see it. I stopped, I clicked the little arrow thing and posted it to my stories. It was simple. And you would think, well, why wouldn't you just do that anyway, Yolanda? Because that's not how, boom, I'm scrolling. I'm double tapping and scrolling. Double tapping and scrolling. Who? But when you tell me what to do, then I will pause and be like, oh, let me share that. Because she asked. And so, Tip Tuesday, plan your content. Plan it for what you want people to do. Repurpose your content. Use the same content over and over and over again. I promise you, because of how the algorithm is set up, ain't nobody seen it. And the people who have seen it, they either gonna double tap or they gonna scroll by it, and that's okay. And that's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world if somebody be like, oh, didn't you post this last week? Yes, and I'm posting it again this week too. It's okay. Like, do y'all think McDonald's gonna stop trying to sell you them McDonald's fries because they just tried to sell? Like, please, that McDonald's commercial come on every time there's a break in the TV show. McDonald's commercial come on. They don't show it to me. I mean, in a 30-minute time frame, I've probably seen the McDonald's commercial 6 or 7 times. They not gonna stop showing me them McDonald's fries until even when I get in my car and go get them. Still, I'm gonna come home and be like, boo, y'all still advertising these French fries. Like, what are we doing? But again, because McDonald's know, listen, I got to keep telling her over and over and over and over and over again that she want these fries. And so I'm gonna keep telling you over and over and over and over and over again that you need this book. That you want this book. Okay. So, the link is going to be in the description for you to pre-order if you have not pre-ordered already. If you have, don't forget to share it. Happy Tip Tuesday, y'all. Happy May Live Day. Day 3 is in the books. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to drop them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell. And don't forget to go back and watch some of my old videos so my watch hours can go up so I can be monetized again. See how transparent I am? Oh, listen, I need YouTube to be paying me for this time, for this great content that I'm putting out. I need YouTube to cut me a check. The only way they're going to do that is by you watching, by you sharing, by you subscribing to my channel. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will see you back here tomorrow, probably around the same time, around 10:45. All right?